Let's face it, I don't think anybody really wakes up in the morning and says, all right, today we're going food shopping. I don't think grocery shopping is something people like really do because they're really excited about it. I don't think anybody wakes up and says, I can't wait to get out of here today because we are going to Kroger's. People do it because they have to do it. But where they go depends on the experience they receive. There's only one thing that really differentiates one supermarket from another. It's the people. It's the people. It's you, and it's how you develop your people, because that's all that matters.
This one right here.
All right, give it to me.
Do you want this one, or do you want one sliced?
No. Oh.
Like that?
Oh, I'd like it sliced.
You'd like it sliced?
Is it $3.69?
It's on sale for $2 right now.
Could you slice it $2?
Sure we can.
What I came here to talk about first and foremost is leadership. Why? Because you're the leaders in your stores. And consequently, that makes you leaders in this company. But more importantly, I want to start off talking about two things that you're going to need to not just be successful leaders, but stay successful leaders. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but I'm talking on into the future. What I'm talking about first and foremost is your attitude and your commitment. I mean the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about this company, the way you feel about your store, the way you feel about the people you lead. Because let me tell you something, folks, if you don't believe in who you are, what you do, and the people you lead, well, don't expect anyone else to believe it. And that's attitude. That's commitment. I want to give you 8 key tips that you can start to implement immediately that will help you to develop a more self-motivated staff, will help you communicate more clearly with your people, and to help you to develop your people so that they deliver the highest quality service, so that you can create a store where there is a culture of excellence at every level. Number 1, you need to study others' needs. Not everybody is motivated by the same things.
They give us recipes, we give out recipes, and it's the best.
Think about it. What makes people love their jobs? What makes people hate their jobs? And what makes people just tolerate it? Money is not as big a motivator as you might think. Let me give you an example. Please raise your hand if you ever worked a job you absolutely positively hated. Raise your hand if you've ever worked a job you absolutely positively hated. Okay, now those of you with your hands up, I want you to think back. On that job you absolutely positively hated, please raise your hand if you ever got a raise. Okay, you got a raise. You hated the job, you got a raise. Now, the day after you got the raise, when you came back to work the next day, did you love the job? Still hated the job. They gave you a raise, you still hated the job. No one ever wakes up in the morning and says, I can't wait to get to work today because they pay me well. No one ever says that. Money does not make people love their jobs. Money only allows them to tolerate their jobs. Money only stops them from quitting. Money only makes them say, God, I'd like to get the heck out of here. I'd like to get a different job, but the pay's pretty good, so I might as well stay. Wow, that's the kind of attitude I want. I might as well stay, like you're doing me a favor. And number 2, expect the best from people. Expect the best. People will rise or fall to your level of communicated expectation. In other words, you need to communicate to your people that you not only expect the best from them, but that you know you will get the best from them, that you know they're capable of it and you know they can do it. I think they need to know that. I think a lot of people are never told that. Number 3, set high standards. It all starts with you. Accountability, you're the one that sets the standards, you're the one that sets the parameters. But within those standards and within those parameters, allow for some individuality, allow for people to be able to make decisions, allow for people to be able to stretch. You don't want to have to make every single decision. The worst thing that can happen is a customer wants something and someone can't make a decision and they got to wait for you.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, they're right there.
Romas? Oh yeah. How many would you like?
Remember, what's the single biggest commodity that people have the least of? What's the single biggest commodity people have the least of? Time. Allow your people to come up with ideas. Allow your people to implement ideas, but give them the parameters.
Maybe you'd like to win that $100 fuel card, or maybe you'd like to win that $100 shopping card from Highlander. Either way, register at the front of the store right here today at your neighborhood Highlander. Thank you for shopping your new and improved Cherry Valley Highlander store. Have a great day.
Number 4, create an environment where failure is not fatal. please don't be one of those managers who hides in the bushes waiting for people to do something wrong. That guy I told you about, the guy I worked for, that was his forte. Yelling at people when they did something wrong. He would love to catch you doing stuff wrong. Ha! I knew you'd screw up. You could do something great 20 times. You did one thing wrong, that's what you'd hear about. That's what you'd hear about. See, when you're one of those people that only looks for people to do something wrong, you know what happens eventually? You know what happens to those people? They don't do anything. Their motivation at work, their whole point of being there every day is, I'm just going to do the minimum. I'm just going to do what I'm here to do. I'm not going to go above and beyond because my whole thing every day is I just don't want to get yelled at. Create an environment where failure is not fatal. Number 5, recognize and applaud achievement. Recognize and applaud achievement. Look for people doing something right. I'm telling you, recognition and achievement are the 2 biggest motivators in the workplace.
Sounds like you really got some great ideas to put in for our next holiday.
We
Mother's
do.
Day should be awesome for us.
It will. I hope we go above and beyond.
Absolutely.
If you want to have the right to tell me when I did something wrong and show me how to fix it, then you must tell me when I did something right. See, that's balance. Number 6, use role models to encourage success. The best thing you could do as a manager is to get your middle 80% to interact more frequently with your top 10%. If that's all you did, your store would be better. As good as your stores are, and I know your stores are doing well, your stores would be even better if that's all you did, just that one thing. Just got your middle 80% to interact more frequently with your top 10%. Number 7, help your people build winning streaks. Nothing beats a winning streak. You know how you help people build winning streaks? By putting them in positions to succeed. If you watch sports, the best coaches they don't ask people to do things they know they can't do. They maximize their strengths and minimize their weaknesses. This is my favorite one. Short and sweet. Stop touching everything. Stop touching everything. You got people working for you? Does every one of you have people working for you? Yes? Let them do their jobs. Let them do their jobs. You hired them to do a specific job. Let them do their jobs. If you have to do their jobs for them, then they shouldn't be there. And you shouldn't be a manager. If you have to do the cashier's job, I should just as well pay you to be the cashier. I don't need to pay you to be a manager. I can get rid of a cashier and make you a cashier. Understand who the customer is and what they really want. You want to look at a company that really understands that, McDonald's. They're doing probably as well as anybody during this recession. They're doing really well, actually. But McDonald's really understands that. They understand who the customer is and what they really truly want. I mean, think about it. McDonald's understands that they have different types of customers, just like you guys have. McDonald's understands they have 2 distinct different types of customers. One is adults, the other, though, is kids. And they understand that each set of customers buys for totally different reasons. To me, a hamburger, french fries, and Coke is a hamburger, french fries, and Coke. I don't really care where the heck you take the kids. But you know, McDonald's heard that years ago. They heard people saying that. A hamburger, french fries, and Coke is a hamburger, french fries, and Coke. And it really doesn't matter. And if people really believe that it doesn't matter, where do they go? They go to the cheapest. And you don't always want to have the pressure to be the cheapest. You'd rather just be the best. It's easier to be the best than the cheapest. Because it's too easy to duplicate it if you're the cheapest. It's too easy for competition to duplicate price than to duplicate service or to duplicate quality. So McDonald's didn't want, it's like saying a supermarket's a supermarket. Then there's really no differentiation. If people really believe that they're all the same, why go to Kroger's? I can just go to any place. McDonald's didn't want that, and you don't want that. So McDonald's decided, you know what? We will no longer sell the children a hamburger, french fries, and Coke. And they don't. Now they sell them a Happy Meal. And you know what a Happy Meal is? It's a hamburger, french fries, and a Coke. Except they take a 5-cent toy, they stick it inside a 5-cent box with little puzzles on the box, and the kids love it. You are the attitude of the store. You are the commitment of the store. Everything starts with you. Your people are your customers. They are the link to the customers that are buying from you. How you treat them is how they will treat the customers. Because people buy from people. People do not buy from buildings. People do not buy from organizations. They do not buy from companies. People buy from people, and the attitudes and the perceptions that people will form of Kroger's only comes from the people they deal with. What are you doing to make the Kroger experience one they say, boy, that was the best food shopping day I've had in a long time. I'm coming back to Kroger's.